All right, C1x Road to launch, day 38, and this might be the final video. I said that in the last video. I might still do one more just because Google's reviewing their 6-page questionnaire is stupid. I had to do it for Throw It to Pros too. So the fact that they're taking this long after I've already done it once is a little annoying, but oh well, not much I can do there. But I did go ahead. I built the Apple version, so we're at least going to get this set up. Version 1.0.0, launch version, build 40. Exciting stuff. I do, to start with though, this was the build that we finished yesterday. That is uploaded to test flight. It's live as of right now. I already played around today using it on my phone. I'm going to go to Google, to my publishing overview, and we're going to publish version 6 on Android as well. So that's good. And now we can officially at least say that version 0.0.6 is live for testing. So that's great. So I'm going to go to my email that we put together yesterday. And we're going to send it out right now. Because it's live. Apple was already live. I have the ability to manually distribute test builds to for like actual release on test flight, and I think there's a way it's a little bit harder. I just set it up to automatically notify testers. And for those that have it enabled, I have it on my phone. It'll just auto update the app anyways. So Google will do that sometimes too, not typically for testing, but anywho. So latest build is live on test flight. I'm gonna go expire the version 5 build. So now the latest version is what everyone should be operating on, and we're live on Google. So still waiting for them to approve this questionnaire. And I guess it hasn't even been 24 hours yet, so I'll cut them a little bit of slack, but if it's not done by tomorrow night, I might be a little annoyed. I know it says 7 days, but it's not even the first app I've done through Google Play. It's a pretty basic questionnaire. The testing requirements they had for Throw It to Pros were more strenuous just because it was my first app through Google Play, so I already got a shortened testing requirement phase. I don't know. That's silly. And yeah, then that campaign is fully live now. Still in the outbox, but it's going. So I can't build out the Google Store listing yet because of that questionnaire. But I was going to go ahead and finish up the Apple one. I still haven't given Michaela a chance to look at the screenshots I intend to use. But I think I'm just going to go with what I have right now, and if I want to change it before actual launch, I will. So I moved the order around a little bit. I think this is actually going to be my first screen on store listing. And then I'll run through all these, and then I'm going to have this one be my last screen. So I'm going to go download all of these in a file here. Which pages? I don't want 2 or 3 or 10, but I do want all of the other ones. Limited, well, it's a PNG, so done. Yeah, I don't want it to. Okay. So we'll download that. We'll get those uploaded to the store page. This is going to be a really short video. I don't have any coding to do. I just wanted to film the final touches here. Let that finish. Let's go over here. Choose files. Yeah, preview is still something I need to think about as to whether or not I'm going to what's wrong? I thought I was on a file that was explicitly at that dimension. What's the dimension of these? 1284, 2788. I swear they just changed these. It must be the new sizing. 1284, 2778. Can I... wants me to do it. All right, fine. I'll update it. The sizing is slightly different. This is kind of stupid. Let's just go to projects. Slightly taller screens. I think when I did this for Throw with the Pros, the 6.5 display was probably what I was on, and so that's the screenshots I'm using do fit this sizing. But now they're at the 6.9 and it's a little bit bigger. So we should be able to do this really quick. App Store. Add new, design, create new. And custom size. What am I? I'm at width here, so 1320, 2868. 1320, 2868. All right, 6.9 App Store screenshots. It's for the 6.9 inch screen. And then we're going to come here and I'm just going to go open up that project. And we're going to drop them in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So here. Yeah, I mean, they're basically, like, the sizing looks similar enough that they should all fit without me really having to change anything, and they are for the most part. 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay. So I'm going to go download all these. PNG. Yeah, all pages. Done. Done. All right, take 2. My capture didn't freeze, did it? No. We're good to go. Let's go close this out. All right, and then try this again, choose files, downloads here. Okay. So now I'll put these in the right order. We're missing one. Which one are we missing? Where did they all go? Easy scoring, instant round summaries, track your stats, preloaded courses. This is the one that I'm missing, which should be number 6. Not sure why we didn't get that one, but perfect, that's the right one. Okay. And so the order that I had them in was here, here, oh, like this. Easy scoring, instant round summaries first. Yeah. Okay. And then what I can do that I haven't done yet is we can open up Xcode. So I built the IPA file. This is for version 1.0.0. I already went through all the checks up here for the final version for testers that we just finished releasing. So I'm not changing any of the code. We're just pushing new version to Xcode. Open. It should automatically go to my new archive, which is what we need. And there we go, version 1.0.0. Let's go ahead and hit distribute. We'll let that run. That's going to take a second, but once we get it up into App Store Connect, we can attach it down here for the build. And then I think we're pretty much done. It has Apple Watch screenshots as an option here. I think at some point in the setup I mentioned that it would come with a companion watch app, and mine does not currently. It's going to get one in the future, but what I'm uploading right now does not have one, so I'm not going to upload any screenshots, and we'll see what Apple's comments are. I do still have this stuff to fill out, so I guess we can do that while I'm waiting for this. Stat keep disc golf scoring and stats. Yeah. All right, categories. Sports is one. Just gonna leave it as sports for right now, I think. Content rights. Let's click setup here. Or access third-party content, list of all the necessary rights. Does my app have any? I never go to a third-party site, with the only exception of it being like Apple's site. Like everything is first party here. Only I contain, show, or access any third party. Agreed there. Age ratings should be pretty easy. Has certain in-app controls, no and no. Unrestricted web access, user-generated content, messaging and chat, advertising. Next. None, 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 none. No, no, no. None, none. No loot boxes. Not applicable. Optional, yeah, no. No suitability. Okay. I might go, let's see, is this, okay, so that's done. It'll probably still take a second to actually show, but I'm just gonna go to, throw it the pros here, just because it has, I know I've gotten this stuff approved, so. Has the, so I actually said that I had the necessary rights to its third-party content. Okay. I should probably do the same thing here then. Because like even the font, even though it's open source, maybe I just leave that as is. Didn't set those up. Okay. So I'm good there. Should have nothing on app review. Oh, did I not hit save? Let's roll with lifestyle. Health and fitness. I don't think that's good either. Let's just leave it. Leave it blank for now. All right. App privacy. I think I already filled this stuff out. Privacy policy. Data types. Yeah, I did all of this. Okay, so we're good there. App accessibility. Don't really have a lot of app accessibility at the moment. Have I set up pricing and availability? I have not. No, we can do this. Free. Next. All countries and regions. Confirm. Okay. Make this app available. A lot of people try it. It's not built for that, but okay. All right, let's save there. I think we're good on pricing. Do I need to specify that there are no in-app purchases? I don't think so. I think we're good. Let's go to test flight. Yeah. Version 1.0. Let's go to a quick question for ChatGPT. C1x, it gives me the option to add screen shots for Apple Watch. I do not have an Apple Watch companion app yet, though I intend to add one in the future. Will not uploading Apple Watch screenshots cause issues with my app review? Okay. Let's I guess let's maybe make sure that I'm not declaring Apple Watch support here. I think I already went back and deleted all this because it was causing issues with my testing. Come on. Come on. There we go. Yeah. Not a supported destination. Let's make sure. Okay. I think we're good there. That did not want to load yet. All right, we'll give it another second. Let's make sure the email went out. Should have. I've never had any issues with them. Good to go. So yeah, we'll use these same screenshots on Google. I do need to think about, because on Apple and Google, and then just for my own marketing of the launch, I could do a video of just me going through some very basic functionalities of C1x. It wouldn't be me going through the app. It would be like a 30-second video tops, something that I could advertise on Instagram or in Facebook or on the App Store pages. But I need to decide how I'm going to film that. Let's go to this. Submit video marketing, another task. I'm mostly there. Not quite there yet. Let's hit refresh again. What's your problem? Why aren't you showing? It just doesn't want to show it. Google will approve it. What else? What else do we have to do? Just keep hitting refresh until it loads. That might be where I'm at. Unless it's just going really slowly, which it could be. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think it's finished actually uploading yet. Let me pull it over here, see if it gave me the email yet for saying it's done processing. It did not. I did get the newsletter though, so that did go out, so I don't think it's done processing yet. What else could we do? I could start to think about that video. I had some ideas for the launch plan. I don't know, maybe I jump back over to ChatGPT on that one. Typically it'll at least like pull it up and say it's processing or something, but it's just not showing it at all right now. Here, let's do, give me just a sec here. All right. Well, just pulling my notes together here. Let's hit refresh again. Seriously, it's still not going. What's my issue here? What are we doing? Did I not? Says uploaded to Apple. Today at 2:57. 13 minutes ago it was uploaded. Haven't gotten any emails about the processing. Something's just being really slow, I guess. Strange. Okay. Well. Can at least maybe go through some of these items here. What else did we do yesterday? Getting distracted here, I'll pull it up. I don't remember if I had them. Alright, so a mix of thoughts on some features, some marketing ideas, etc. So priority tasks. Right now we're just going to have a things to include in launch plan. Just so I can throw these ideas under here, at least have them sorted. These are definitely in no particular order. Going around disc golf, Facebook, disc golf, Reddit, or Twitter groups, and dropping something I've never done, but maybe it would be not a terrible idea. I also just had random feature ideas that we're gonna open separately. Should C1x stat views be pages instead of lots of scroll? All right. Now back up here. Create one killer graphic based on Instagram and YouTube Shorts. So Instagram promo video for use on YouTube Shorts and on the App Store. And one for use in Facebook groups and on Reddit. Use graphics. Update C1x website and include new graphics and update for launch. Outline. Yeah, it's pretty much covered there. Get flyers or some other type of marketing material into disc golf shops. Figure out a cool or unique way to be walking advertisement whenever I'm on course. Could I offer to stake out or otherwise indicate C1 circles around courses in SLC? Put a flyer on a bulletin board at Creekside. Confirm that I can first. Okay. New features here. At some point I'm gonna have to go through and just sort out this whole list by priority. I'll probably have a couple duplicates in there as well, but we can add this on a priority task. Immediate features to add to take to the next level. We'll just say implement 1 to 2 features. 2. I think C1x right now is, I think, a good scorekeeping app. I think it makes scoring simple in a way that I haven't seen other apps do before. It gives you more stats than anything on the market currently does, but it's like, it's at the point right now where it's like 20% better than everything that exists. And I want it to be like 300% better than what everything else is. So some of that's just going to be adding more stats, more detail, but also just providing things that the other apps haven't even thought about yet. other apps, other companies. I need some things to distinguish C1x more from what already exists. All right. Brainstorm what other data I can track from set up the app and Firestore for that. Provide insights into what a player should be practicing, and it needs to be detailed. Coach mode. And I think I already have an item for this up above, but we'll add it here right now. Things like practicing obstructed putts from a specific distance, certain types of tee shots, etc. Add a fun feature that shows a basket of a relative size from C1 and C2 based on the phone screen height, if necessary, so a user can hold the phone up to determine how far they are from the basket. User should be able to go back after hitting C1 or C2 without left a distance. All rounds should have a total count somewhere. Those last two are pretty minor, but okay, I think we're good there. That was everything I had here. More to add later stats on my notebook. Community. Can I set up some kind of community-driven selection for adding new stats and features? Detail on the weakest, strongest parts of your game, course types that suit that. There's another idea. Okay, and then on the launch plan, could I put up a flyer at ARSLC advertising competitive or competition with a QR code, submit C1x rounds through a link along with name and email, and all select 3 winners give gift cards. So generally, a mix of in-person marketing while I'm on the course, at local disc golf shops, and then paid advertisements through Instagram and Reddit with unpaid advertisements, Facebook and YouTube. Okay. That was essentially what I had in mind so far. These were just random things I jotted down as I was up in Idaho, being too sick to really do anything else outside of playing the tournament and sit down and write right app ideas. So let's go hit refresh on this. Hopefully it's good now. Holy cow, what is going on? Are Apple servers under a heavy load? Or let's go check my email again here, I guess. Still nothing about processing failing, so. Well, I was kind of thinking that took me a while and that this would be done afterwards. Because all I need to do is get it to pop up like these builds did. Just click a button that says there's no encryption on it and then attach it and submit it for review. I'm just trying to submit it to Apple for review today. But it's just permanently stuck on this. Did not do that last night. This was here in 5 minutes. What else could I do? What else could I do? Oh, we could start brainstorming some launch things with ChatGPT. I will probably hop on and do another video just when I am able to submit to Google. That should be within another day or two, hopefully. Build out the store page for that. I might have C1x approved to launch on Apple by that point, but we'll see. All right, let's go to a new chat. This is my favorite thing to use ChatGPT for, is just general brainstorming. I'm not trying to get it to give me right answers, because sometimes that can be a little frustrating when I'm coding, but it's at least great at, even if I don't use its idea, it's helpful at getting me to think outside of the box a little bit. So putting together a launch plan for C1x. The app is going into review now. I want to launch it in 2 to 3 weeks. I intend to run a paid advertising campaign on Instagram and Reddit, and also drop a graphic in some local disc golf groups on Facebook. Outside of that, I'm trying to come up with some creative ways to market the app in person. There is a local disc golf shop I was thinking about putting up a flyer at, and then also running a competition there at launch with another flyer where people can scan the code to submit their rounds from C1x. And I'll do a few raffle prizes from all of these submissions. I didn't mean to hit enter yet, but we'll just let it see for a second. Demo station, shop discount tie-in. Place the sticker with the QR code right on their counter. Course kiosk scoreboards, yeah. popular local course that was small. Demo of the app. Okay, so let's pause on this for a second. I like the idea of doing a demo at the local disc golf shop and for setting up at a local course with stickers and or a demo with a raffle. I don't love sponsoring at tournaments. I think it's fun. I've done it a few times with Throw at the Pros, but it just doesn't feel that effective to me. And speaking from the player side, even I never look at whole sponsorships. There was a local women's only tournament that I sponsored with Throw at the Pros, and instead of their like handmade letter size paper sign, I had a couple like yard signs made for Throw at the Pros that were much larger, and I like that idea a little bit better. I might do the same thing with C1x, but that's not necessarily specific to launch. That's just a, get the yard sign made and then throw it up at a bunch of tournaments. Let's throw those ideas down here. Could I do a demo for a few AR SLC? Could I set up a table at a local disc golf course with stickers and a raffle and demo? Anyone who shows me the completed round wins a prize. An idea. Let's see what we have here. Custom mini markers, stickers. Yeah, I'm trying that now with Throw at the Pros. I'm probably going to hold off on doing that with C1x right now. I have a Throw at the Pros ambassador team. The pre-launches. Want to drop a pre-launch graphic in on Instagram and YouTube. That's probably it. No pre-launch sneak peeks on Facebook. I think people just get tired of that. What I'm still looking for are some other creative ways to market in person. I want 1 to 2. I want more ideas on how to market at a local disc golf shop, but also how I can just market the app during my casual rounds while I'm playing without needing to sit at a table. Let's check this again. Ah ha ha, we're getting there. Still not quite there, but we're getting there. Shop branded leaderboard. Yeah, that's what I was going to do anyways. The leaderboard is interesting. I just don't want to tie any data to C1x back to users. I do want it to stay anonymous. So the leaderboard, without people like submitting it, it's a lot of effort to have people submit their rounds and then also look at scores. And I'd rather people just show that they're using the app, do the raffle that way, and not have another leaderboard based off of it. I could do a highest round rating. I could do that. So let's go. I could also give a unique gift to the highest C1x round grade that is submitted to the shop. SHO to the show. Shop. That could be kind of fun. Okay. Because I have the C1x round grading system in here. And it would be on an honor system. There's not a great way for me to get around that, but whoever submitted the highest C1x grade. All right, what else we got? C1x branded scorecards or minis with QR codes. I don't love that. Anyone who shows the app, download and gets a small discount or loyalty stamp. No. I don't think another round's giving everyone a discard just for downloading the app. That's not something I think I'd want to ask them for either. A little too much. Instead of just your raffle, run it jointly with shop submit rounds and C1x for a chance to win a gift card, which is fine because I would be buying the gift card there. So that's just I'll give people a gift card. They can use it at the shop. That's a good idea anyways. What else? Demo challenge, simple putting game in store. Small prize for anyone who pays and they get exposed to the app. App's not just for putting though, so we couldn't really do that. I don't hate the leaderboard thing though, just because I can put up the flyer, I can let people submit their rounds, do the competition there. But then I also have the C1x round grade as an option. Yeah. So not in PO plus. And that would be really easy to just, like I could have them submit them to the shop, and it wouldn't be hard to like teach them what to look for here because it's literally just this one number. I think that's probably good on things that I could do for marketing at the shop. You can always ask ChatGPT again, but let's go down to while I'm playing. Yeah, that's easy for me to do. I can already score for everyone, so we get a full breakdown after that. That would be nice. That's probably a to add later feature. Give users the ability to also keep score for up to 3 card mates. That's going to be a big-ish feature request, I think, but it'd be a big one in terms of the workload that it would take for me to implement that, but I'm sure someone's going to ask for it. People ask for it on Throw It to Pros. And if just a few do it. hard to do because I'm not necessarily. Faster play groups QR code in your bag. T-Wax online scan it. All right. Give me some more original ideas for marketing at a disc golf shop. In terms of marketing while I'm playing, I need ideas on how to do this when I'm not playing with anybody. Ways to go for a solo round, but market to people that I just run into on the course. For example, I was thinking of an idea where I could show a live C1x round grade that the app produces somehow for my round, or show a live putting stat, but I'm not sure of a great way to go about that. All right, let's jump over here now. Was it already up? Did I just hit refresh and I didn't need to? Yeah. All right, save. So 1.00, ready to submit. Let's go to distribution. We'll tag it on there. And then, man, I think we're good to go. Add build. Build 40. Done. We already got the app review information and no app clip. Included assets, app icon. Sick. "13-inch iPad displays." It's not really meant for usage on an iPad. Do I need to go take that off? Is that... Let's ask a different question. Do I need to do that for... It doesn't hurt, right? I just don't know. Like, let me, yeah, I don't even have iPad listed here, so I must have disabled it for Throw with the Pros. I didn't quite disable it. People could use C1x technically. Like, if you remember the round afterwards, you could always enter it on an iPad and get the stats on an iPad. Some people might prefer that. It would be interesting to, because I have an iPad. If I could test it on that, that would be, I have an iPad. I just need to write that down. I don't use it much, but I have one. And that might solve a couple problems I'm thinking of right now in terms of not just like seeing how C1x looks, but in terms of marketing it to people on a screen that's that much bigger. Okay, well, first I need to update screenshots. So let's go add new, create a new design, custom size, and here I'm going with 2064, 2752. 2064, 2064, 2752, create new design. iPad App Store screenshots. Let's go open that up, and then we're going to do the same thing. What I should probably do, let's pause on this for just a sec. Give me one more moment. Just grabbing my iPad here to see if I can. Thankfully, it was charged at least. Try and get test flight on it, and we'll see if I can go ahead and see if it does actually look the same. Oh, there we go. Let's open that up. Continue. Perfect. And I do currently testing, so I can. How do I? Let me go look at this real quick. Let's go to test flight. The app description. I don't even see a spot to update that. Test information. Oh, here we go. Testing for the launch version of C1x. There are still lots of features to add, but this is what C1x will look like on release for Apple and Android. Feedback is always encouraged. Noted. Okay. Anywho. And go back to this. So let's hit install. Let me open this up. I'm installing C1x on my iPad now. I've never. I want to see if this is something that I can realistically upload it to an iPad, or if I need to go delete that, which would mean that I'm not finishing this today. So hopefully it still looks okay on an iPad. Can I get that guy? Yeah. Just filling it in a little bit more. Can I? Let's open this first before I get too far. All right. C1x on an iPad. This is just cool looking. It's like absolutely not optimized for an iPad by any means. But it's not awful either. Like everything's just so much wider. It didn't look terrible. Like everything still looks okay, with the exception of the whole breakdowns. Like it's stuff just looks really wide here, which isn't ideal, but definitely at least opportunities to show something. Like this is what this screen looks like, which is tough because this screen is set up so that it all fits on one page, because that's what my screenshot function has to be. So there's no good way around that one. But like the whole breakdowns are just they're still there. Nothing's crashing. It's just a little funky looking. But it does at least... it does work. So I'm wondering if I'm just lying to people by doing this. This is kind of... it's kind of what I'm getting at. Like if I go to uploads, I go grab the scoring one, and then can I do a mock-up with an iPad? Just because the screen's obviously not meant for that. Tablets and TV, yeah. Then they don't just have this, I guess. That's the extent of what I get for my mock-up. It's gotta fit. Yeah, so I could either just show the phone here, which is probably more accurate. Or I can try and take pictures of this, but I don't want to try and recreate that stuff right now. Like, it's definitely meant to be used on a phone. You're scoring on a phone. Is it worth formatting the app to fit better on a tablet? So I think for these screenshots right now, I'm just going to show... Did I lose it? Yeah, I lost it. We're just going to show it on the phone, which I think is a good indication, just so people understand that it was built for the phone. Even the iPad screenshot show it on a phone. Not ideal at the moment, but that is not what my last screen was. Seriously? Can I go to this one then? Yeah, there we go. Not ideal. I'm not going to market it for use on a tablet just yet, but it is nice to know that it at least isn't like breakingly out of proportion on tablets. You know, it's okay. Could be worse. Let's download them all. And then I'll go upload those to here as well because it wants them to be there. Required, not required. Good. Okay. We'll see if they have anything to say, if Apple has anything to say about the watch screenshots and me not having a watch binary yet. It doesn't seem like they should, but I don't know. There we go. Pick it up. Alright, I haven't gone through those yet. We'll finish getting these on here. I do need to be careful. A lot of times I end up shooting myself in the foot with these marketing brainstorming things just because I get 50 ideas and I want to do every single one of them, and then I get burnt out, and then I do like 10 of them halfway. I definitely need to make sure that I'm going through this list and being diligent about only picking a few things that I think are going to have the highest impact and stick with them. What do you mean the screenshots are wrong? What size did I do? Oh, I opened up the wrong one. Whoops, whoops. My bad. My bad. Downloads. iPad. Here we go. That's on me. All right, that one's at the end. Oh, that didn't work. At the end. This one's at the beginning. This is next. I think that's the order. Track improvements, preloaded courses. Yeah. Okay. Let's find out. All right, it's gonna let me submit it. It is nice to submit this far in advance too, just because if Apple is gonna approve or reject it, it will typically take them maybe 2 days tops, and if they do reject it, then I'll have still 2 weeks, to update it. And the only thing I think that they will reject right now, just because I already had a lot of lessons learned from Throw It to Pros and incorporated them all into C1X, is just the comment of if I have something set up to where they're expecting an Apple Watch app and I don't have one yet, I need to make it clear that that's going to come after the fact. We'll see. But submit to app review. Exciting. Typically I'm doing this under a much more stressful timeline that I created for myself. But yeah, we're good to go here. C1X is in Apple for review. Let's do a quick check, see if Google decided to review that questionnaire yet. Not quite. Recent app updates have been published, yeah. Delete. 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 Okay, so nothing from Google yet, but we are submitted to Apple for review, which is great. Let's do a little bit more diving into these marketing ideas. Live leaderboard of rounds. We will not be doing this. Not yet, at least. Although, I mean, admittedly, that would be a cool feature for C1X to do. That's a good to add later stat. Could C1X function as... It's just that then it's kind of becoming UDIS. Function as a local leaderboard for top stats and scores at local courses at disc golf shops. I'd have to set up an auth system so people would have accounts. I could go beyond UDisc in the sense that I could include stats on that leaderboard. That's just not something that it's built for at the moment. Okay. Stat of the week. That's the flyer issue. Custom QR merch, free shop. I could do some like free minis. I don't want to make more work on the employees at the shop, even though I do know them pretty well. I don't want to make them like remember to give away minis, or someone comes in for one disc. Are we giving away a mini with the disc? How much money am I going to spend on minis? I like the idea of getting custom minis made. I'm thinking some clear minis that are like the can toppers with just the C1x logo on it would be kind of cool. But I don't necessarily want to give them away for free with every purchase. Give me some better ideas of how I could give these at the disc golf shop, my casual rounds. If I can get a good idea for how to give those away at the disc golf shop, that'll probably be my last item there. Where are your stats? Print a big QR code, and what's my putting percentage today on the back of a shirt? The QR code links to your current C1x profile or a demo leaderboard. I don't know how to do it on T-Web. Can scan it instantly. I don't want anything to scan. I was like, it'd be cool if I could just have a screen somehow that would show what my, like live what my putting stat is. They didn't have to scan anything, but just, I'm putting this well right now from C1x, and but I'm not going to attach a TV to my disc golf bag, you know, so. My iPad doesn't have any internet capability. I could just have a round on my iPad and mount it to my bag or my cart. It's an option. Yeah. People get annoyed around here, it seems like, with Gorilla sticker placements. I don't love all of these. If C1x had the ability to do like user accounts and track stats live, then I think that would be not a terrible idea. But it just can't do that yet. It probably should. I'm sure that's a big functionality that I'm missing that's going to become obvious to me. I don't want people to have to scan something while I'm on the course. I just want some immediately noticeable ways to show off C1x. The app doesn't have the ability currently to track stats live. I use scoring on one device and viewing them on another. There are no user accounts, purchase my database with simple round logging, not tied to any one user. I could just give them away to people who log rounds and show them. Could also just ask the guys in another round how they'd want to give them away. Can I number minis? Like the collectible run idea, but how would I number them? In order to keep costs low, I think I need to have the company make them all the same design. Numbering. Let's go get custom minis made. Ideally cap toppers with just the C1x logo. Then give them away at ARSLC. With a purchase with C1x round submission with a new round grade high score. Other ideas that the SLC guys have could also give them away if people show me the app downloaded on the course. An idea. We'll get ChatGPT to expand on this custom or collectible run idea. Giveaway minis, bag tag swap vibe, spot prizes for random player, first round demo reward. No. Branded score sheet printouts. I like giving away minis on the course. I think I'd like to just give one to everyone that shows me the app downloaded. What's an easy way for me to market that on the course without having to yell it every 5 minutes as I'm walking around? Alright, branded score. After finishing a round, generate a printable scorecard or stats summary. Mock this up outside the app. Carry one with you and casually glance at it. C1x brand bag tag mini display and a a small batch of discs. Need better ideas for a way to market during my casual round. It's also important to note that this is an older iPad, and I don't know what new iPads are sized as, but the more like narrow the phone screen as opposed to like squarish. This is obviously a rectangle, but as the width gets closer to the height, the dimensions look a little bit more weird. But if they were to have a tablet, or if Android makes tablets that are a little more narrow, then the more narrow it gets, and meaning the closer it gets to like phone screen dimensions, then the better it would look as well. All right. Collectible run. Even if you can't afford one-off numbering, you still create that collectible feel. Edition labeling in the design. Add a subtle launch edition 2025 or first run. You can always do later runs with second run, tour series, special edition. DIY numbering. Leave a small blank circle or strip in the design, or I can use a Sharpie, paint pen, or stamp. But it doesn't cost more. Could I put launch run or something collectible on them to make them desirable? Some way to line the mini up with the basket so they appear to have utility as well. Could do different colors. Could also make them collectible with different different colors for different runs. Could be part of my. I'll just leave that as is right now. Okay. I don't want to put that on a shirt. I do want to make a C1x shirt, but I don't want to make it a sales pitch. I want it to be something that's just I can just kind of casually wear it around. Give me some other marketing material I could put on my disc golf bag to convey that they can download C1x for a free mini. Maybe a towel or something. After your round, hang around and casually flip open your phone. If anyone asks that you're opening, you don't need live sync. Stamp mini reveal. Yeah, I will do that. That's kind of tying into the mini thing already, though. Challenge people mid-round. Ooh. I could give away minis as well for anyone that beats me on a hole. If I'm playing solo and I'm playing through a group, that could be kind of fun. And I'm not, a top level disc golf pro by any means, but I am still, one of, if not the best player at a local course on a given day that I go. So it's not like easy for everyone to just beat me, but that might be a fun little challenge. C1x. Oh, I hit enter. Okay. Challenge people mid-round is not a bad idea since I can't do true live, but I can print a small dummy leaderboard poster. Last week's stats. What else could I do? Signature disc giveaway rounds. Yeah. Bag tag hanging, play card, Velcro patch. Be nice to just like hang something on my bag. And there is, I could make a big bag patch. Make a long bag patch. Conveys that people who show me a downloaded C1x get a free mini. Carabiner flag. Branded mini holder. Sticker decal on the bag. Alright, I think I'm... Is that a good enough start? So I've got like creating graphics, doing a social media launch campaign is separate. That's just going to be 1 or 2 graphics that I do paid advertising on. That's typically worked pretty well for Throw With The Pros. I think I've got maybe 400 users right now for Throw With The Pros. It's been a little while since I checked, but I bet 280 to 300 of them came from social media ad campaigns. So I'm going to do that regardless. It's more so just the in-person marketing that I'm trying to get some solid ideas for. I like the competitions at the Another Round Salt Lake shop. Getting some minis made. And then finding ways to just market it in person. I don't think it's a terrible idea. Encourage me to go out and throw a couple times a day too. Be a nice excuse to go do that. That I'm playing, but I'm also marketing. I'm marketing the app. What else? What else? There's some way I could bring like touring pros into this. Do you want to see your favorite touring pros round on C1x? here. Every touring pro gets a disc to give away, or no, it's just too much, too complicated. I'm still going to add all the Pro Tour layouts to C1x. At some point, that will happen. It's not hard for me to do, especially for what I need for C1x, because what is my my course structure here? I don't think I've actually changed it at all from Throw It to Pros courses. So I still have to do the whole averages, but that's not a big deal. Especially if I'm doing like one a week or something. I mean, that takes me half an hour to do maybe. What else? I think I'm covering my bases at the disc golf shop. I don't want to make it, my goal is not to add work to them. So if I can just make it something that's fun for them to get involved with too, then that would be cool. Excuse me. I think I'm probably going to call it good there in terms of the ideas for a marketing plan. So I guess the next things to do, I'll do one more check on Google here. There's not a chance that it's loading, but just in case, that's something I could be working on, and it's not. So what I want to do right now is decide on a launch date, and then when I start to actually build out this plan, everything can be based around that. C1x launch plan. All right. So today is August 28th. What's my launch date? I'm not like rushing. I want some time to get this stuff ordered and set up, and maybe that's more important for me to finalize. I could say like September 26th is my launch date. That gives me quite a bit of time from right now. Make sure I do things right, hopefully. So maybe we stick with that. So we're gonna tentative launch date 9/26. Okay. And so then I can start to drop some of these ideas in for what I need to have built up before that date. That's something that I could start working on, and then maybe just cover when I eventually get approval from Google to go through and do their stuff. We can take a peek. Let's go look at custom disc golf can topper minis. I don't know why I added an either. Sing Pico Mini disc can topper. I don't think the zing is what I'm going for here. Free setup and die charge. So set. What about, not entirely sure what these are. A soda saver, okay. $155 for 100 of them? I mean, I don't need that many, right? What happens if I hit add to cart? View cart. Oh, I guess I probably need to, let's go back here. Choose one color. I guess I'm not entirely sure how this works. I know there are like clear ones. Indoor flyer. I don't think that's what I'm looking for. What's the snipe? Airtight container set. And it sits on choose one color for 50 cents each. All right, Zing Mini is an option. I'll write it down. Zing. Let's go. Custom disc golf can toppers. Zing Pico. Yeah, so I looked at them. What was the Pico one specifically? I kind of want them to be clear though. That's what I'm going for. $9.99. That can't be. Yeah, these are way more expensive. And not snapping onto a can. So I don't get to pick a foil color can't be specified, and I don't get to pick the design, so that's a no-go. Let's look at that one, maybe more options on Reddit. Trying to just identify what my options might be, and if maybe I can call them and figure out. this? Is this like stamping names? Yeah, okay. That is kind of cool. Custom, let's just go custom disc golf minis. See what Discraft can do. C-line snap cap buzz. Yeah. So like this is kind of what I want it to look like. I just want to be able to set what the stamp is. My screen capture froze. I haven't missed much. I found the Zing discs, and that's been about it. Their prices are great. I just don't love not being able to set specific colors or having the clear ones. So that is, I can give them a call and I guess see what they're able to do, because I have two, and I have one that is, what is the disc golf stores actually? Disc stores. Maybe I could call them and ask. Custom disc golf mini marker. Probably not gonna be it. What is that thing? So, Zing could also call this store and see where they got theirs. Did they? Let me go back to them real quick. Oh, let's see what this is. Let me go to that one and see where. UGL custom discs. They've updated their website. New growth is here. They do have all new discs. Elm. Koa. Interesting. I like the new stamps. Alright. Their old website used to have here we go, custom stamping. Mini disc print size. Let's call distance who they theirs. Also reach out to AG. So I could ask them about that. Pricing. No, this is just okay. Orb site. Pico's not on a picture here. Artwork logo, acceptable formats, maximum logo diameter. 3-inch diameter. Pico is much smaller. Just because it's smaller. That's the reasoning, I assume. No extra charge. Custom the microfoil. Fit side of. I don't understand that. What solid? Free setup and die charge. No die charge, no extra charge for closed discs. Foil colors. Pigment, white, black. Yeah, okay, so I can just reach out to them. Do they have a contact? No phone number? Just email? Okay, so I can email them at least. Dynamic discs. Custom dynamics discs. Fusion Mini Judge. Okay, so it doesn't seem like I'm getting a real cheap mini disc option here. And nor do they have the can toppers. Doesn't look like. Which I guess I'm on custom Dymax right now, right? Yeah. So can I go to like custom hot stamp? Is that different? Just one minis. Plastic. What about minis? Huh. These are interesting. These numbers. Unique way to put that. thought Isaac just came out with the new mid-range. Is that or sweep? That's what I was thinking of. Okay, so anyways, I don't think dynamic disk is the move, but we can contact Zing, AGL, and then maybe disk store, just because the mini that I use currently is a clear can topper from disk store. And just see where they got theirs. Because I would be trying to do something very similar to what theirs is. Anywho. All right, well, I think I'm going to call that for our launch plan list. I'll start to sort some of this stuff out into a schedule, just when I need to have some things done by. Obviously, if I'm going to do the mini discs, a custom bag patch, etc., that stuff I need to jump on immediately just so I have it in time. Flyers, same thing. But regardless, C1x is submitted to Apple for review. They typically take 1 to 2 days on that. If I have some stuff to fix, then I might do that in a video. Otherwise, my next video will probably be going through Google's production stuff once it's live. What? What? What is this? Are you kidding me? That's bull. Okay, well, I guess I gotta go figure out how to address this. But Google just said no. 14 days. So by September 11th, I would not be able to apply for production again. Wow. All right, I'm going to go rage about this off video, I think, for a little bit. I don't even know how they would determine that. I did that. That's frustrating. Google, I didn't really film development for Throw with the Pros. So I didn't get to rant about all of my frustrations with Google in that process, but their review system they have in place for mobile apps right now is the most idiotic thing I have ever seen. They never actually look at the app. They just use generic Google form answers, and that's it. I don't know how they made this determination. They didn't make this determination with Throw with the Pros. I don't know. Like I don't think they ever even actually look at the app code. They just base their assessment on something about the close test, and I don't know. I don't think there's going to be a way for me to get around this. So Apple might be ready for release in 2 days. Google, I don't even get to apply for production for 2 more weeks. So it'll take me a little while to cool down after this message. I am internally much more angry at this than I am trying to let on right now on video. But we'll see what I can do about that. I'm going to call that for the video today. We at least got it submitted to Apple. We got some launch ideas, and giving Google all of the internal middle fingers that I can muster right now. So As always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.